Welcome to Rupa's online tutorials. So we were solving the department model question paper 2022. So let us continue with the part B questions. You can see the part B questions here on my left hand side. So here if you see the first question is explain SD RAM. Okay, so expand the terms SD RAM. So what does SD RAM stands for? SD RAM stands for synchronized dynamic random access memory. So you have to remember that RAM always stands for random access memory. So here S and D stands for synchronous, okay, synchronous dynamic random access memory. Okay, so you write completely synchronous dynamic random access memory. The second one is the DDR RAM. So DDR RAM stands for double data rate random access memory. Okay, so this, if you write this two, you get 2 marks. The next question is prove that x plus xy is equal to x. So please write this. This is a very commonly asked question. X plus xy is equal to x. So you need to write this as, you need to take out x common here. So this will be 1 plus y. And what is 1 plus y? 1 plus y gives you 1. And finally this is x, which is equal to the right hand side. Okay, the next question is give the logic symbol and working of AND gate. See, a logic symbol and working they have asked. So remember that AND gate, if you remember this D, okay, the D which is there here, the same thing is actually the symbol for AND gate. So you just need to draw a D here, okay, and then draw 2 lines and 1 line here, okay. You can call this as X and Y, and this dot operator represents a AND gate, okay. And then I've also asked you the working of this AND gate. So you can just write this X, Y, and then you have X and Y. Okay, so there are 2 conditions here, 0, 0, 0, 1, and then there are 4 combinations, 1, 0 and 1, 1. And for an AND gate, both the conditions are going to be 0 and 0. The output also will be 0. 0 and 1, it will be 0. 1 and 0, it will be 0. Only when the inputs, both the inputs are 1, you will get the answer as 1. Okay, so this is for AND gate. I have made various videos on AND gate, logic gates and all. You can look through that for your further references. Okay. Next question here is, what is the need for function overloading? So why are we using function overloading? So the first thing, important thing here is, function overloading is what? It is nothing but you are using the same function name and then you are calling and you are putting different function signatures or different arguments and then you are calling that function. Okay, but the name of the function is same. So what will you write the answer? It's asked for 2 marks, so 2 points if you write, it's enough. So you can say that it's the process of creating 2 or more functions with the same name which differ in the number and type of data type of arguments. Okay, and it is also implements polymorphism. So it implements polymorphism. Then you can say that since the same name is given, okay, it's possible to create the same name. Okay. Next, and there are 2 more things you can look into your textbook. It is given more in a detailed one. Give any 2 advantages of parameterized constructor. So parameterized constructor, one is it can be overloaded. Okay, it can be overloaded. And the second one is, for an object created with one argument, constructor with only one argument is invoked and executed. And parameter constructor can have default values and default arguments. Okay, you can have default values and default arguments. So these are the two advantages of parameterized constructors. Okay, default values and default arguments. This is frequently asked question. Next one, give any 2 difference between static and dynamic memory allocation. So it's also an important question. Generally, it is asked for 3 marks. Many times it asks for 3 marks. So here you can say this, okay, static and dynamic. You can write two columns like this, and then you can learn 3 points here. Those ask for 2 marks. Here the first one is memory is allocated before the execution of the program begins. Okay, so before only we are allocating the memory in static, whereas here it is allocated during the execution of the program. Okay, here variables will remain permanently allocated, whereas here they are allocated only when the program is active. Okay, when the program is active, then only the variables are allocated. Here more memory space is needed. Okay, here it is more memory, whereas here it is less space. Memory space is less. Okay, this is implemented using stacks and heaps. Here this is implemented using data segments. Okay, the next question, that is the 22nd one. Here it says that give the differentiate between text file and binary file. Okay, so there are two types of file. One is called the text file, another is called the binary file. So what will you write for this? So text file will store ASCII character. Okay, whereas binary file will hold the same format as held in memory. So same format as held in memory, this will be put. And here you will have the end of line. Okay, you will have the end of line character to know that the file is ended, or that particular line of text is ended. Okay, so here in binary format you don't have any such delimiters. Okay. The next question here is define data and information. So data is nothing but the raw facts, figures and statistics. Okay. Again, this I have explained in my database concepts video in detail. Please look into that. And information is processed data or meaningful data. The next question says, 24th question, what is a web browser? So what is a web browser? So this is a web browser is a client, www client, that navigates through the World Wide Web and displays a web page. Okay, so you can say web browser is also a software that navigates through the www and displays web page. Example of web browser, you can give Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, etc. Give the general structure of HTML program. I think this we had learned last year. You would have learned this, and this year also you have. The general structure is you start with HTML, then head, and then title. Okay, so here you have two parts. So title, and then you close the title. Okay, you close the title, and then you are closing the head part, and then you start with the body. This is a structure. Okay, so then you again close the body, and then you close the HTML. Okay, so this is a general structure. Please refer it in your textbook. So this is with the part B questions. Okay, the next video we will do the part C.